Hi, everybody. Just going to wait for a minute to see if there's anyone wants to come in, and then we will get started. Okay. So, doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to come in today. It is 12 o'clock, and so most people are at work or they're busy. The next one I may do in the evening so that everyone can come in, but it looks like everybody's busy today, so this live is being recorded. If you want to watch it later, that's absolutely fine. What I would ask is to like it if you have watched it, and if you do like it, it does help my ratings, so that you can see more of these YouTube tutorials. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because that helps also with my ratings. It helps massively with my ratings. So if you could like and subscribe, and then there's a little bell next to the subscribe buttons. If you want to keep watching and keep seeing my tutorials and my how-tos, then just click on that little button and that little bell, and you should be able to see any new videos that come through. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Today we're going to do a tutorial, our last one-stroke tutorial, and this is going to be just basic, the most basic flowers. This what these are, and then we're going to do dots as well. So to add to them, I've done them already. I did them yesterday with a black and white background. I'm not sure whether you can see them very well or not. I was going to do this on my phone, but my phone is almost out of battery, so I had to do it on this webcam, and it's not the best in the world, so do forgive me. Next time I will try to do it in the evening about 8 o'clock, so that everyone can come in and watch it. And also I will try to do it on my phone next time, because it's a lot better. The way the camera on my phone is a lot better than this webcam. But these are the ones that we're going to do today. It's just couple of basic flowers and then flower petals. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. I'm going to do one on white and then we're going to do one in black. And you can do it with any color on the background. I mean, you just have to make sure that the colors that go with them, like if you're going to have a dark background, make sure that the colors of the flower are light. So you need at least 2 colors for the flowers. And then you need like a light green and a dark green for the leaves, and then vice versa for the white background. For the light backgrounds, you need a darker color for the light backgrounds. So I'm going to move these out of the way. Today we're going to be using Model 1's Africa White. That'll be the background for the light. And as you can see, this Africa White. And then we're going to use Cocoa Black. And both of these are from Model 1. You can get those on the Model 1's website. We're going to be using the Model 1's top coat. Also, Savvyland dark pink color gel, purple color gel, white color gel, and the green color gel. So I'm going to start out and I've got my new palette here. I love this palette. It's got something on it here. I'm not sure what I've been working this morning on a project, so it looks a little bit dirty. I'll have to clean it. But that's my new palette. I love this palette because you can see through it while you're doing the one stroke. You're going to need a palette knife or something to get the nail art gel out of the bottles and onto the palette. And this is the brush we're going to be using. This is one of my one-stroke brushes, and it is the one that I said when we first started that I would be using on my last tutorial. And this is the double-edged one-stroke brush. Okay. I am also going to be using my Born Pretty short liner brush. And possibly my detailer brush. This is my small detailer brush. You're going to need either, it needs to be a small size dotting tool. So it can be something like this, like that one, or something like that one. They just need to be quite small. They look a bit large on this screen, but they are very small. You need a really, really small one. So it could be one of those. Okay, so we're going to, first of all, I need to get my backgrounds onto my nail tips. So I'll do this real quick. And I'm going to show you the best way to the best way to get get nail art paint to work best. Is basically what I'm saying. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this. Now this is the boring part. So when I edit the recording, I may just take this part out. And I'm going to use the Cocoa Black on this one. Okay, I'm just going to pop those into the lamp for 30 seconds each. They're going to be in there. And then I will be putting another coat of that on each of them. And then we're going to buff them because we want it to be a bit matte to start out with. We'll put some no wipe top coat on top of everything once we're finished. But in order for the nail art paint to actually work, for the one stroke to work well, then the best thing to use is a matte surface. Move that out of the way. Forgot I even had that in there. So I'm doing another project for Nail Sugar. Doing a mood board challenge. And I've been working on that this morning, and so I forgot that was in the lamp. Okay, I've got that in there now. I'm putting a very thin coat of the black because the black tends to pucker up if you put too much on the nail. So if you do have cocoa black, then you really do need to make it as thin a coat as you can. So it basically keeps it from puckering up in the lamp. Now put that back in there for 30 seconds. Getting paint everywhere. Okay, that's done. Okay, I'm just going to give it a second to cool down. This one should be ready by now. So all you want to do is you want to lightly buff the surface. Oops. I forgot to put that in the lamp. Hold on. Black one I put in there and the white one I didn't. I'm such a silly girl sometimes. Let's try this again. Okay, put that back in there for 30 seconds. This black one should be ready. Oops. Dropping everything as well. That's really good. Okay, that's done there. Move this stuff out of the way here. So I don't hit it again. Okay, there we go. Give that a minute to cool off. Okay, and we're going to lightly buff the surface. Probably should have already had this done, but been a bit busy this morning. Okay, for some reason some of that's come off, so I'm going to pop another coat on there. Don't know why it's come off, but sometimes that does happen. Okay, I'll pop that back into the lamp for a second. About 30 seconds there. I'm going to clean this off real quick. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to lightly buff this one now. And I'll go back and buff that one. Move this here so you can see it better. Then we're going to smooth the surface a bit. Yeah. Okay, that one's ready. We'll do the other one now. Oops. I don't know why, but I've got some new blue tack, and it doesn't seem to want to work. Doesn't seem to want to stay on there. Oops. I think I may have to use some nail glue. even put this on another one. See if it'll stay better. A bit dark in here. I'm just going to turn my other lamp on. I believe we're going to be having another storm here soon. Had a really bad one yesterday. Okay, I'm just going to take a bit of wipe off gel residue wipe off solution from Nail Nails and just clean the surface real quick of any dust from when I buffed it. Okay, so we've got our nails here, and we want to put some gel on our palette. So I'm going to open all these up. I'm going to take a little bit and put it on my palette. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot. Now with the green, because the green is so light, I'm going to add a little bit of purple to the green to make it a bit darker, because this isn't exactly the color green that I want to start out with. And I will put a little bit of white with part of it as well. So I'm sort of going to separate it between them. Put a little bit here and a little bit back here. Because I want two different greens. So I'm going to add a little bit of purple to this one. Not very much, just a tiny bit's all you need. And mix that in with this green. Sort of keep them separated though, because you don't want the light green mixed in with the dark green. I'm going to put a little bit of white in with this one. So we've got a lighter green. So we've got that ready. Okay, so for the white, we'll be using the purple and the pink together. And for the black, we'll be using the purple and the white together. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. The pink and the white together. So, and I have some lighter pink that I want to put on here as well, because I'll be using that as well. We're going to try to do a 3-tone, excuse me. We're going to try to do a 3-tone ombre here. I did that yesterday and it worked quite well with a light pink, a dark pink, and a white. So I think we're going to try that this time. So I'm just cleaning off my palette knife here. I do like to keep my tools clean after I've used them. Okay. So I'm just going to move this back a bit. Move this over some here. So we're going to start with the white. I'm going to take our little brush. Going to put half of it in the dark pink, the middle in the white, and the other side in the light pink. Actually, I had that wrong. You put the dark pink on one side, the light pink in the middle, and the white on the other end. That's how I did it yesterday. And that gives it a really good consistency. Okay. Right, I'm going to start around here. I think that's how I started yesterday. I'm going to push and swoosh. Then push and swoosh. think this is not the one I was using yesterday. I think this one's a little bit too big. I'm trying to find the other one. I've got a smaller one here. There it is. Yeah, that's the smaller one. Okay, I'm just going to wipe that off because I thought it might be a little bit big. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to have to wipe this off real quick. Dry right quick there. Okay, going to try this again. Okay. Okay, so let's try this one more time. You want the dark to be on this side, the light to be on this side, but so that you have the outside and the inside. So you're going to take that, swish it. You might need to load your brush again as you go. Now this is just the background, so don't worry too much about what it actually looks like from here. Because you will be putting a different color on top of this. This is just basically your marker. Because we will be putting some purple on top of this. Now I'm just making a few petals here and there. Not sure whether you can see this or not because it's light. Because of the white, it's so bright. Might be able to see it better that way. Okay. I'll put one down here. And one down here. One here. I think going to put another couple of petals here. Okay, I'll pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. And clean off your brush. Because the next we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of purple in with the pink. And that's the dark pink that we're going to put the purple in with. Okay, so we've got our base here, our basic pink background here. And so we're going to we've taken a little bit of purple, taken some purple here, some dark pink. Well, get in the purple and the pink and the pink and the purple. There we go. And we're just going to do basic up and down strokes, and then swish it through. Up and down strokes, swish it through. Up and down, swish it through, till you go all the way around. And you get to the last petal. You might need to add a little bit more around. Add a few more petals to give it a full look. If you have to load your brush in the middle, do that. There you go. Okay, you want to do the same thing to all the other petals around. It's up to you. If you want to put the dark on top and the light on the bottom, or the light on top and the dark on the bottom, that'll be up to you. I'm going to leave that up to you, what you feel you want to do. There we go. So you've got your large in the middle. I'm just adding a few details here as I go to make it look more real. Less uniform, I should say. I'm just going to pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. And then we'll do one last round over the others to make it look more like more 3D. And this time I'm going to put purple and light pink in there. I'm just loading my brush. There we go. Because petals on things like asters or begonias, that sort of thing, they have many different colors in them. I mean, they look purple from the surface, but if you look closely. They have many different colors. If you have a microscope, I'm not sure. I mean, there's some people that their kids have microscopes or something. Take a petal and put it on a slide. Add a little bit of water to it, and then put it on the slide so it doesn't slide around. And then look under your microscope. Look into your microscope and see it is many different colors, not just one color. And so that's what I'm trying to get in there. Now I've just put that into the lamp for another 30 seconds. And then now we're just going to put the dots on there. Put the middle in. So I'm just going to take a little bit of white. Small, tiny amount of white. Just make little dots in the middle. Don't need a lot. Just a few. A few over here. Couple here. And that's about all you really need. There you go. And next will be, I just need to pop this into the lamp, and then we'll be doing the, excuse me, we'll be doing the leaves. Just going to get a drink while this is in the lamp. Excuse me. Got allergies and they're rife today. Okay. Move that out of the way. Need to clean it off. I'll be using that again in a minute. Okay, so we're going to be doing the leaves. I'm going to take the green. One end in the dark green. And one end in the light green. Now you need a little bit more dark than you do light, of course. So if you have too much light, then you need to go in farther into the dark than you do the light. There we go. Okay, for the leaves, you want them to be very small leaves. So as you can you see the leaves that I've got on here? They're very, very small. And you don't want a lot. So I'm going to put one here. And you see that? See how small that is? Put one here. So I'll put one here. Put a little hint of one here. Come up here and put a couple of leaves here. And one down here. There we are. These are beautiful flowers. Now we need to put our dots on there. And that's the easiest part. All you do is take a dotter. I used my dark purple. and you just graduate the dots. So I'm going to take small tiny dot. It's just according to how much pressure you put down to how large the dots are. So you want them to go from small to big to small again. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And there you go. And there's your lovely one stroke. I call it a violet because that's what it looks like to me. So just pop that into the lamp. And then we're going to do the black. It's about the same. It's just a lighter color. So I want to show you show you the lighter color and how to do that one. Okay. Just as you did with the others, only this time we're going to be using the light pink and the white. And with this one, you don't have to do a background because it shows up better. Because there's a black background, it shows up much better. Oops. Knock everything over while I'm doing this. Okay. I'll put this here. And can you see the difference? It looks very, very sheer. Very pretty. So much better on the dark than it is on the light. Just loading my brush again. Just putting a couple up here. Okay, I'm just going to pop that into the lamp. Oops. Again for 30 seconds. Okay, just going to add a little bit of, what did I do? Yeah, a little bit more pink. So just add a little bit more pink onto your brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of dark pink in there to give it a little bit more color. And see how it brings out the colors if we put a little bit of the dark pink in there. Don't worry about the separate petals because I really like those as sheer. Yeah. Because normally they would look very sheer on a dark background. Put that into the lamp. And again, just 30 seconds. Okay, and again, we're going to take our dotting tool and pop it into the white. Put some dots right there in the middle. A little bit on the side here. That one. And a little bit on the side here for that one. And we're also going to use the white for the dots. You can use a light pink if you want, but I think that the white sort of comes out better. If you mess up like I just did, take a little bit of acetone on your brush. Just clean that off. No, maybe not any acetone, but some wipe-off solution. And as the rest of it has already been cured, you shouldn't have any problem getting it off. The only thing you have to worry about are the other dots, because if you've done really good dots and then two big blobby dots in the middle, like I just did, then you don't want to mess the other ones up. Wait for that to dry real quick. There we go. Put them down here too. And finished product. Now all we have to do is to cure that and then put the top coat on them. Now you can leave them matte if you want to put a matte top coat on it. That's absolutely fine. You can use the no wipe top coat, the glossy top coat, and just put a little bit on a brush and go around the flowers. You could do that and then leave the rest of it matte. I mean, it's just up to you how you want to do it. Me, I like my glossy, but I do love how this looks in matte, how the white looks in matte. This black has got to be shiny for me, though, because it is beautiful and shiny. we go. It's gorgeous. Wish you could see it as well as I do, though. Not really enamored with this webcam here. Now, if you're doing this on a client, you're better to put 2 top coats on there, two layers of top coat on there, so that it will last a little bit longer. But as this is just a nail tip, then I'm just going to do 1 coat. Okay, and there are your finished products. 2 lovely different nails that you can very easily do. Anyone can do this. And it's so easy to get them on there, to do this here. It really is easy. As you can see, I mean, I showed you how to do it with no problem. You shouldn't have any problem whatsoever in doing this one. If you do have problems, of course, if you have any questions, then by all means, pop them into the bottom of this video, and I will answer them. If you're in my group, if you're in my Facebook group, if you're on Twitter, or even if you're on Instagram, I do have, I am on all of those, and you can find those on my website. My website is nailproductreview.wixsite.com/NPRN. NPRM, sorry. And all of my links to Facebook, to my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Instagram, and Twitter, and Pinterest are all on there. So you can easily find those there. If you have any questions whatsoever about this tutorial, then just pop them down in the comments here, or in one of those areas, and I will answer them. So that's it for this tutorial. The Tuesday's tutorial, I am trying again to get that in there. It's 3/4 the way exported at the minute, so I will be hopefully getting that on YouTube today or sometime this evening. It's just according to how long it takes. But this one, I hope you had fun watching it, and I hope you were able to go along with it and have a good time doing it. So I'll speak to you all again on Tuesday, possibly Monday, because unless it's according to if anyone needs me to do a how-to video. I do try to do a how-to video at least once a week, but sometimes there are some that don't actually need any how-tos. But if you do have a problem and you need to learn how to do something, let me know, and I will do a how-to video for you. I think that's it, and have a beautiful weekend. The The sun is finally coming back out again here, hopefully. And yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Speak to you soon.